How do you write automation tests like you're Shakespeare? Want to know how to achieve production excellence? And what do DevOps, DevSecOps, DevTestOps, SecDevOps, etc. really mean? Find out the answers to these and all other end-to-end full pipeline DevOps, automation testing, performance testing, and security testing in 10 minutes or less in this episode of the Test Guild News Show for the week of May 15th. So grab your favorite cup of coffee or tea and let's do this. This episode of the Test Guild News Show is sponsored by the awesome folks at Appiitools. Appiitools is a next-generation test automation platform which is powered by visual AI, which helps increase quality, accelerate delivery, and reduce costs with what I think is the world's most intelligent test automation platform. But seeing is believing, so create your free account now by clicking on the link in the first comment down below. And while you're there, why not leave a comment, and subscribe to get alerted every time I release a new episode. First up, automation news. And the first article comes your way via LinkedIn from Mohammed. Mohammed works at ThoughtWorks, so anytime anyone from ThoughtWorks releases anything, they're the original makers of Selenium, a whole bunch of frameworks come out of ThoughtWorks. And he posts a GitHub repo of what is called the ultimate test automation for testing any application platform. So if you go to the GitHub link, so this just goes over the Boyka framework. If you click on the documentation, it has a lot more information on Boyka, how to use it for web, API, Android, iOS platforms, and some of the benefits of using it. Zero boilerplate code, configurable API tests, web testing, cloud support, parallel execution, logging events, inbuilt verification, and a whole bunch more. So I actually never heard of this framework before, so thank you, Mohammed, for posting it, and hopefully someone will check it out and let me know what you think. And this next article comes your way via Twitter from Marcus, who actually tagged me on this particular article. And the article is how to write tests like Shakespeare. So Michael actually created an open source project that is a framework to write tests like screenplays. So definitely something worth looking into if you're doing anything with test automation. So thank you, Marcus, for bringing this to my attention, and definitely check it out in the first link down below. So big things are actually going on at Karate Labs. Peter Thomas actually has been putting a lot more resources in this company. He created Karate Labs officially, I believe, a few months ago, and they're going to be adding more and more really cool features to the Karate framework. If you're not familiar with it, you definitely need to check it out. And here's the latest announcement. Karate Labs has launched a SaaS product called Studio Basic, and the mission is continually making test automation fun and collaborative. And Studio is an open source extension to Karate, which a lot of people I know and speak to really love using, which helps deliver a low-code experience for test automation. And it talks about some of the challenges currently with testing APIs and how this new Karate Studio can actually help. So more cool innovation coming out of Karate Labs. So thank you, Peter Thomas, for this. And definitely check it out, once again, in the first link down below. Hey, do you know you can automate tests with the Chrome DevTools Recorder? Well, I have an awesome on-demand resource you can use to get up to speed using this awesome feature. Appiitools has released the on-demand recordings for their automating tests with Chrome DevTools Recorder webinar. And this webinar goes over how to record user flows with the recorder, replaying and modifying recordings, and using the recordings for automation testing. So you can see how to really improve your user experience with rapidly repeatable tests created with your recordings. So definitely check it out in the first comment down below. So next up, performance and site reliability testing. Next article caught my attention because it's from Liz, who is a product developer and advocate for SRE and observability at Honeycomb. And it's all about a new book resource you definitely should check out. And if you click on the free copy here, you can either order a print copy, which I always recommend, but if you want to check it out first, you can check out the free version. And the book's all about observability engineering, how to achieve product excellence. And the book covers a bunch of different things like the value of practicing observability when delivering and managing complex cloud-native applications and systems, how to produce quality code for context-aware system debugging and maintenance, and definitely a must-read, so definitely add it to your reading list now. This next announcement from the Chrome Speed Metrics team at Google is a cool metric that they just released. They announced interaction to next paint. It's a new responsive metric that describes interaction latency across the entire page lifecycle. And if you go to the full announcement, it lists all about what the metric is, what it does, why it's important, and a whole lot of other web performance awesomeness. So definitely a metric you should be using and learning more about also. And this next one is an announcement how K6 version 3.8.0 has just been released. And this release includes, probably the biggest part of it is support for AWS JS client. And it just goes over what the AWS JS client, how it interacts with K6, and includes some other improvements like a better way to tag K6 staging, the ability to decrypt K6 traffic, and a whole other bunch of things like improvements to the K6 cloud, the K6 browser, and the K6 Chai.js. So Gremlin has been on fire recently. I think they announced a partnership a month or so ago with HP LoadRunner, and now there's a new announcement by the folks at Gremlin with a new partnership that you should all know about. So Akamas and Gremlin announced a new partnership. If you don't know what Akamas is an AI-powered optimized platform that enables enterprises and online businesses to maximize their service quality and cost efficiency. And Gremlin obviously is one of the main technologies for chaos engineering that a lot of you all have probably known about. By taking advantage of Gremlin's unique capabilities, customers can now achieve tangible business results such as high service quality delivery to end users, lowering incident counts, and building a winning culture that keeps reliability and resilience on top of mind. So resilience testing has been, like I said, a really hot topic here, and chaos engineering and Gremlin have been one of the leaders in this space. So if you haven't checked out chaos engineering, if you haven't learned more about resilience testing, every time I see this partnership announcements going on, it's just a kind of clear indicator in the field that something's going on. A lot of companies are seeing value in it, and the customers are achieving a lot of cool things with it as well. So definitely a technology you should be learning more about for sure. Next up, security news. So another hot topic in the automation DevOps space for sure has been shift left security. So this next article comes your way via Orca Security. And it goes over shift left security, addressing cloud risk earlier in the development process. And the article goes over how cloud native applications built on architecture like containers and Kubernetes are composed of many interconnection microservices that run on cloud infrastructure, and these architectures continue to rise in adoption. But obviously, with more and more organizations implementing Kubernetes or evaluating Kubernetes and going to the cloud, there's many risks that are associated with the cloud. And a lot of them actually begin with development. And this article goes over how to address those cloud risks in development with some of the main areas they recommend focusing in on and how to address each one. So definitely another must-read article, and I'll have a link for this once again in the first comment down below. So if you're in the tech industry, you're probably used to a lot of different acronyms, but this next article is called Alphabet Soup. Why do DevOps, DevSecOps, DevTestOps, SecDevOps, etc. really mean? And this next article is by test head Michael Larson. So if you don't know, Michael has been in this field for a long time. He's been blogging forever. He's done many podcasts. And what he likes to do a lot of times, and when he attends an event, he does a live blog. And this article is based on a live blog of an event he recently attended. And it just talks about a keynote he attended by Jeffrey Payne about the proliferation of acronyms related to the outgrowth of the development and operations movement. So while you're here, you definitely should check out all the other content that Michael Larson posts as well. So thank you, Michael, for all you do for the testing community, and definitely give him a follow as well. And definitely check out his TikTok also, especially if you're into music and anime. And a lot of times when a company gets breached, they don't talk about it. So this next article caught my attention. It's by Stacy Kirk, who's really an entrepreneur, a founder of many different companies. This is from QualityWorks, that she talks about a real-world cyber attack that could have put her out of business. So the article talks about she was breached from QualityWorks when they just started out and what the breach was. And obviously, being an entrepreneur, she created something out of it called Posture, which I didn't know what Posture was. So I clicked on this posture.io, and it looks like it's a cyber risk management, which is simplified for buyers and suppliers. And it provides small and mid-sized suppliers with affordable solutions to improve their cybersecurity hygiene. And to actually hear more about Posture and what Stacy did to overcome their cyber attack, definitely check out the interview that dives all into it as well. For links of everything of value we covered in this news episode, head over to the links in the first comment down below. And while you're there, make sure to check out our awesome sponsor, Appiitools' free account offer, and discover how to take your test automation to the next level, leveraging visual AI. So that's it for this episode of the Test Guild News Show. I'm Joe, and my mission is to help you succeed in creating end-to-end full-stack pipeline automation awesomeness. As always, test everything and keep the good. Cheers.